There was a young lady, she had terrible wind. Whenever she farted, she always grinned. The sound was so audible, like a vibrating boom. She broke wind so loud, she just shook the room. Her wind was so powerful, it would give you a fright. Much to her amusement, she'd laugh with delight. Her wind was so bad, there was always a smell. Nobody went near her. It was a living hell. She just couldn't control it, and when she'd pass by, she'd break wind so loud it'd skirt or blow up high. Twisting and turning, she'd break wind at night. She blew off the blanket, it went up like a kite. Well, I've been writing poetry since 2001, when I went on a writing course in Blackwood Miners Institute with a well-known poet there called Patrick Jones. Now, his brother was in the group, the Manic Street Preachers, where they come from. So I've kept all my poetry in this file here. So there's quite a few in there, and I type them up, which took me a little while. And my poetry or work is also on a site called All Poetry, and if you're interested, you'll find it on Andrew Dexter, All Poetry. That's all I'm going to do is, and my poetry is on there. So there you go. What's the difference between a police car and a hedgehog? A hedgehog has pricks on the outside. The next one is I wrote on the 6th of July 2012. It was the 100th anniversary of Titanic, and I simply called it Titanic. On board an ocean liner, the passengers were in a panic. The large ship was sinking. It was the RMS Titanic. The officer was shouting, "Women and children first!" Getting into lifeboats, the passengers just dispersed. The Titanic hit an iceberg. The lookout rang the bell, warning all the officers. The captain heard as well. They said that she was unsinkable. She went down, out of sight. So many lives were lost on that tragic April night. Right, here's some sound advice. The advice that I am giving is for people young and old. It's about breaking wind in public, something we should all be told. Do it on your own, don't do it in a crowd. You may think it will be silent, but it's embarrassing if loud. Some flatulence may linger, some of it may drift. My advice would be simple, don't do it in a lift. Underneath the bed sheets, women break wind like the men. It smells so bad you could taste it. They blame the dog once again. My advice may seem long-winded. What I say is true. Be careful when you let one rip, you may just follow through. All the things I've told you, it all comes from the heart. Just remember one more thing. Think twice before you fart. I bought one of those deodorant sticks, right? And I read the instructions and it said, remove top and push up bottom. Well, I can hardly walk, but when I fart, the room smells lovely. I wrote this one on the 10th of August 2010. It's another one about flatulence, I'm afraid, and I call it Desperate Measures. Walking around in Bristol Zoo, suddenly I got cut short. Looking for a toilet everywhere. I had a map, or so I thought. A stranger alone, what can I do? The locals passed me by. I'm so afraid to ask them. It's embarrassing, that's why. I find a toilet, but it's closed. The wind is bubbling up inside. I'm desperate and I need to go. There is nowhere I can hide. Rumbling tummy, I must go quick. I don't know how to follow through. I got inside a gorilla's cage. That's where I had a poo. And we won't go there. Oh. Well, it's the 30th of June today and we've had a bit of rain. So I thought, I'd do things that cheered me up, especially as it's my Auntie Jean's funeral today. I can't go for financial reasons because I'm in pool. But I'm thinking of her, so I got one more poem for you. All right? It's called Kiss Me Quick. A nice day by the seaside. there was many people there. As I walked along the beach, these girls began to stare. Wearing kiss me quick hats, bikinis were all on show. I asked them what they were looking at. They quickly let me know. That's the biggest one I've ever seen, said the lady from the south. She asked me if she could lick it and suck it with her mouth. I said that was sticky and very hard and pink, the longest one she'd ever seen. It made me stop and think. She simply kept on staring. I gave her quite a shock. She couldn't help but wonder the size of my Blackpool rock. Come on, you were having dirty thoughts. Even Nicola was laughing then. All right, so with that, I think I'll leave you there. Thank you very much for watching. There's more to come, jokes, and don't forget, there's still the Enfield Poltergeist, because I do a little bit of everything. It's not just jokes or Doctor Who or anything like that. It's just a bit of everything. Read my description on what I'm about, okay? You know, or locations and stuff. So, the Celtic Druid, Andrew, Dexter, whatever you want to call me. What did you just call me? Right, okay. All the best.